Previously, in episode 7 of the Grand Tour, you'd have seen I was in Grand Junction, where I saw the Rio Grande station, I saw the California Zephyr roll through, and then I travelled south, tracing the way of the Rio Grande to Montrose, to Ridgway, and on towards the beautiful town of Ouray. Now along the way, from Montrose, I took a little trip to Cimarron Canyon, where there is a train on display. So that's what I'll show you in this video. This is episode 8 of my solo journey from Salt Lake City, Utah to Denver, Colorado, tracing railroad history, mainly of the Rio Grande, but other stuff too, seeing amazing scenes, amazing scenery, interesting places. So please subscribe to the channel and make sure you follow the playlist and join me on the Grand Tour. Okay, so we're heading east out of Montrose, kind of following what would have been the 3rd Division, the northern part of the narrow gauge circuit of the Denver and Rio Grande Western. Down this way is a little monument to the railroad that was once there, heading up towards Gunnison. We're going to Cimarron Canyon for the Cimarron Canyon Rail Exhibit. Here's the Rio Grande map. And here we are from Grand Junction. I followed down to Ouray. We're going out from Montrose to the east. That's what's known as the 3rd Division. It's the narrow gauge section over the north side, and then down the bottom was the 4th Division. And then there was the Rio Grande Southern, which connected the two at the western side. So what I'm doing is going from Montrose to Cimarron. Now it's just about 20 miles from Montrose to Cimarron, and the highway follows pretty close to where the railroad used to go, and in some places you can see it. You see in Montrose there's Miami Road here, and you follow it through, you can see a straight line right through the town. See next to where the houses are built, lines across the fields there, lining up with the road, that's where the railroad used to go. And then it gets up close to where the highway is, and it pretty much followed very close to where the highway goes up to Cimarron. If you zoom in on Cimarron, coming out from the canyon, from the river, across the highway, and then you see this line. That is where the railroad used to go, which is really cool to see. Then up here in the canyon, there is the rail exhibit. And my source for finding out where exactly the railroad went will be put in the description, so go and have a look at that, it's really interesting to see. Just hit what I guess is Cerro Summit. Ears popped, that wasn't very nice. Cimarron.
Take the next left onto Morrow Point Dam Road. Continue on Morrow Point Dam Road for 3/4 of a mile.
Oh wow. Railroad stuff. I'll look at that in a sec. Cool. Into the canyon. As we head up into the canyon, we're pretty much on the path of the railroad, and especially up ahead coming around the curve you can really picture old trains coming round.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Well, this is Cimarron Canyon. Isn't that cool? The railroad first came through here in 1882, and trains ran this way up until 1949. This bridge was installed in 1895, replacing the original wooden trestle. And upon it stands locomotive 278, a C16 type locomotive built by Baldwin in 1882. Although its tender isn't original, that was coupled with the engine, replacing the original one sometime in the 30s. But the engine stands with a boxcar and also a short caboose. When the locomotive was retired from service in 1952, it was given to the city of Montrose. And since 1973, it's been leased to the National Park Service, which is why it's here. And the bridge is on the National Register of Historic Places. There is an information board which tells a nice little story. It seems British author Rudyard Kipling found the train ride through the canyon less than sublime. He says, "We entered the gorge, remote from the sun, where the rocks were 2,000 feet sheer. There was a glory and a wonder and a mystery about the mad ride which I felt keenly, until I had to offer prayers for the safety of the train." I don't know what his voice was actually like, but obviously, rather than enjoying the ride, he was more concerned with the dangers of the canyon, such as falling rocks. And he wasn't wrong to do so, as this is the condition of the cab at the moment. And it's for this reason that a number of rail enthusiasts I know would rather the train was kept somewhere safer. Well, Cimarron Canyon Rail Exhibit. What a great memorial to the railroad that was. Gunnison that way, Montrose that way. Now you see, the railroad will never be built again because look, there's a big dam. That makes me nervous.
Head west toward Morrow Point Dam Road.
Yeah, thanks to this dam, any chance of resurrecting this stretch of railroad in any form is next to zero, as most of it is underwater. Bye, train. Look, by the entrance to the canyon, they've got this. Yeah, so on the way in, you've got a little mock-up of a station. Cimarron, elevation 6,895. And there's a maintenance of way car, and 2 stock cars, and some stock pens as well. Wow, what a lovely tribute to the railroad. So I'm on to the next stop, which is Ridgway Railroad Museum. Ridgway being the start of the Rio Grande Southern, which I'm tracing tomorrow. So, coming up next is Ridgway Railroad Museum, where I was very kindly given a personal tour. Then I'll show you a bit of Ouray, beautiful town. Then I'm tracing the Rio Grande Southern down to Durango, and that was pretty amazing, very special. And then after that there's all sorts of stuff all the way up to Denver. So make sure you're subscribed. Please like and comment on the video, I'd like to hear from you. Share the video wherever you possibly can. And I'll see you very soon.